Hello everyone, got another video for you today. So I've got a bit of a backstory to this one. You all know those like paint chips that you see at stores when you're gonna pick, I don't know why I'm telling you about it, I could just show you. You know, these things. Well, I kind of stole an entire fan deck of this a while ago, last year. Not stole, but I borrowed one by one until I had every single one. And my plan was to do one drawing a day per the advice of my teacher. And I was just going to doodle it out on these. I mean, you can see like I had my first one there. I didn't start on the first of the year, as you can see. There's some kind of cool ones in there. I kind of like some of them, you know. There were some interesting ones for sure. But definitely not all of them are winners. That one not particularly good, that one not particularly good. Kind of like that one. And so the goal was to do one a day for the entire year or until I've used up this entire deck. I may have procrastinated a little bit. Today we are 141 days into the year, and I have only done 77 of these. Meaning I still have to do, and I could be wrong, this isn't a math show, but I still have to do 64 of them, I believe. So I'm just going to try to work through those a bit today, because I need to get caught up. I would like to be caught up. I hate procrastination. So I'm going to do that. Just going to see where this takes me, I suppose. It's a little house, I guess. I guess he's on this big cliffside or something. I don't know. This is a good way to just kind of get out some ideas, see what all you're feeling and whatnot, you know? I don't know why this guy would choose to build his house right here. It's really not a very good idea, you know? Big ol' moon in the sky. If the moon was ever this big in real life, we would probably all be dead. Perfect. We're gonna date that 5/21/18. We're gonna move on to the next one. Green. I think of forest, I suppose. I guess this is a little creepier than I wanted it to look, but it's whatever. It doesn't quite look like it's, it doesn't really look like that's what it is. But I guess we'll count it as an abstract or something. 62 more to go. White. White is always difficult. I never know what to do when it comes to doing a white. Guess we'll improvise it. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna do some Sharpie. You know what? I've got this little thing hanging around. I'll bet what I could do. I'm gonna take this. I'm going to make that as level as I can. Slap that bad boy on there, like that, and then we'll have the horizon somewhere along here, and then this can be like some big grand thing in the distance, some kind of cathedral building, and maybe there's like sand dunes leading up to it or something like that. You could just see it in the horizon, and maybe it's got like, do like a little, you know what I should do? I'm gonna try do a little like Mandela thing. we'll have like the sun, which I guess I should draw. Should I draw it in a different color? Am I about to ruin this? I feel like I'm gonna go too far and then it's just going to be ruined. I know it'll be fine, but like, I have this feeling. There's the sun. Not extremely even, the sun. It's kind of crooked, but you know. It's enough. We're gonna call it there, because I could spend hours on this. Oh, black. Okay. I wasn't prepared for you. That is very janky human, but it's close enough. Just gonna give that a little date. God bless you. Something tells me that we're not going to get around to 64 of these today. But you know what? I can live with that. I'm going to... What does this make me think of? I see some kind of desert landscape or something. That's 5. See, we're just flying through these. Maybe I'll make this a multi-part episode. Who can tell? Who can really tell? Maybe somewhere out there, though, there's this place, and it's got all these little rocks. Who knows who put them down there? Maybe they were there since ancient times or something. Maybe they've all got these little like engravings on them of like people like fighting like monsters or something. I don't know. All these little like symbols on there. There's like these ones which are kind of like boom, 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 like a little sun. This one's like, look at the moon or something like that. And there's this one which depicts like, I don't even know. 3 dots. It depicts 3 dots. What could it mean? Will we ever know? No. No, we won't. Because that's the end of that drawing. Blue. I always think of blue as the ocean. I'm not good at drawing like horizons and whatnot, but I always think of blue as like the ocean. I always imagine like a little pier kind of a thing, like a boardwalk, and it goes out like that. And kind of these little like things. What are they called? Bars, I believe. I noticed on boardwalks how like these things kind of just like randomly put around. I just find that odd. It looks very unstable. I don't know. I'm not a fan of like walking out onto boardwalks. It always weirds me out for some reason. Like here's that, and then I guess in the distance, like here's the mainland, kind of looking out over it. And then to show that this is the ocean, we're gonna like, oh look, it's blue. Oh wow. And then I imagine like these thunder clouds. Ooh, I've got a good technique to show you guys. I'm gonna take a bit of this, just like dab that on there, right? You take like a rag or like paper towels preferably, just kind of smudge that around. Being on the beach when it's like about to rain or something is like one of the most oddly like satisfying feelings ever, I suppose. I don't know. I've always been a fan of the rain. Rain has always been so good. It could be because I live in the desert where there's like almost no rain. But I love rain. I just do. And that's the gospel truth. Is that 6? Let's see what we've done so far. We did house. We did forest conglomerate. Thing. Other guy. 4. We got guy on cliff. That's 5, 6, 7. We're just trucking along. Means we got 58 if I did my math right. I don't think I did my math right, but that's okay. Red is like a color of like deep passion, I suppose. It can mean happiness. It can mean love or something like that, which is just an abstract concept caused by chemicals in the brain, nothing more. It could represent like rage or like hatred, but it's also like this color of love, and it's very odd, I suppose. Nothing gives off more conflicting feelings to me than eldritch horrors. Let's draw one right now. Back to white, my favorite color. This one's got like a bit of a green to it, now that I see it under this light. What could we do with that? It's called apple core. That's kind of giving me some ideas. I suppose I should try to draw something realistic, you know? So I'm gonna try to draw like an actual apple. What is that one painting? There's like some painting that's really famous of like a guy. He's got like an apple over his face. I don't remember what it's called. I'm bad with like art history stuff. I know the basics. I know the most important ones, you know, Van Gogh and all that. But the thing with most of those guys is that while they are important, and it is good to see how they change the way we think of art and all that good stuff, a lot of those paintings are just kind of boring to me. And I don't feel ashamed saying that in the least bit, because it's true. A lot of those paintings are boring. I'm sure there's a lot of symbolism involved in them, and that's interesting to me. I admire all the effort that they put into them, because it does take a lot of effort to be able to do something like that, you know? Definitely way more skill than I have. I don't claim to be better or anything like that. There's dogs barking. I don't know, they're not my type of art. They're just not. The Mona Lisa, I don't understand why that one got so famous. Well, I do understand. The only reason the Mona Lisa is so famous is because it got stolen. That is the only reason. If it wasn't for that, no one would remember the Mona Lisa. And I guarantee you, it is probably not Da Vinci's. Probably not the thing that he's most proud of or anything like that. This should be the last one. I'm trying to think of what to do. I think I'm gonna do like well, it's brown. Usually the forest is brown. I'm gonna do like a cabin in the woods, I think. I'm gonna have him, I probably shouldn't use that one. I'm gonna have it like over here, I suppose. That'll work. Oh, it's not too bad. I guess it's good to end on a high note, because that's all I got for you right now. I could do 64 of these if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna stop at 10. Maybe one of these days I'll give you guys a tour of the whole thing, all the little doodles I've done. But until then, I think that's going to be the end of the video. So as always, until next time.